Hello everyone. This lesson is about illustrating and finding the slope of a line given 2 points, equation, or graph. In algebra, slope represented by small letter m is the steepness of a line. It is also known as the rise over run, change in y over change in x, or y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Lines that rise from left to right have positive slopes, while lines that fall from left to right have negative slopes. The slope of horizontal lines is 0, while vertical lines have undefined slope. Now, let's find the slope of the line given 2 points. Example number 1. What is the slope of the line that passes through point 2,5 and point 6,4? So this is our formula. M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. We can assign 2 as x sub 1, 5 as y sub 1, 6 as x sub 2, and 4 as y sub 2. Substituting these numbers to our formula, this is what we get. M equals 4 minus 5. That's y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over 6 minus 2. That's x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Now, 4 minus 5 is negative 1, and 6 minus 2 is 4. So this means our slope is negative 1/4. How about if we will let 2 as our x sub 2 and 5 as our y sub 2 and 6 as x sub 1 and 4 as y sub 1. Substituting these numbers to our formula, we will still get the same answer. Example number 2. What is the slope of the line that passes through point -5, -3, and point 2, -7? Again, this is our formula. M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. We can assign -5 as our x sub 1, -3 as our y sub 1, 2 as our x sub 2, and -7 as our y sub 2. Substituting these numbers to our formula, this is what we get. M equals -7 minus -3. That's y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over 2 minus -5. That's x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Now, -7 minus -3 is -4, and 2 minus -5 is 7. So this is our slope, -4 over 7. Now, let's find the slope of the line when given the equation. Example number 3. What is the slope of the line whose equation is 3x plus 5y equals 3? So the slope m of the line ax plus by equals c is -a over b. Our equation is written in standard form. So to find the slope, it's just -a over b. So our a here is 3 and our b is 5. So our slope is -3 over 5. Example number 4. What is the slope of the line whose equation is 2y minus 9 equals 11x? Again, the slope m of the line ax plus by equals c is negative a over b. Our equation is not written in standard form, so first we are going to write this in standard form. So all terms with variables should be on the left side of the equation, while the constant should be on the right side of the equation. Now, let's add 9 on both sides and subtract 11x from both sides. This is what we get. Negative 11x plus 2y equals 9. It is not in standard form yet because our a here is negative 11. It should be positive. So to make this negative 11 positive, we can either divide both sides by negative 1 or multiply both sides by negative 1. So dividing both sides by negative 1, this is what we get. 11x minus 2y equals negative 9. Dividing both sides by negative 1 changes the signs of all our terms. Our a here is 11 and our b is negative 2. So our slope is the negative of 11 over negative 2, which is equal to 11 over 2. This is an alternative way. We can write this equation in slope-intercept form. Okay. The slope m of the line y equals mx plus b is m. So this is the slope-intercept form. This means we are going to isolate y on the left side of the equation. Now to do that, we are going to add 9 on both sides. So we have 2y equals 11x plus 9. And after that, we are going to divide both sides by 2. And after this step, this is what we get. Y equals 11x divided by 2 is 11 over 2x. And then 9 divided by 2 is 9 over 2. And this is our slope here. M equals 11 over 2. Now, let's find the slope of the line given the graph. Example number 5. What is the slope of the line shown below? To find the slope of the line given the graph, we are going to identify 2 points that are on the line. For example, this point and this point. Slope is known as the rise over run or change in y over change in x. So we start from this point. We are going to determine the change in y. So this is the change in y. That's 2 units. And then over change in x. So from this point here going to this point, it's 3. So the change in y is 2 and the change in x is 3. So our slope is 2/3. How about if we will start from this point here? So if we start from here, the change in y is negative 2. Then over change in x is from here to here, that's negative 3. So negative 2 over negative 3 is still 2 over 3. So our slope here is 2 over 3. Example number 6. What is the slope of the line shown below? Again, to find the slope of the line, we are going to identify 2 points that are on the line. For example, this point and this point. Now, slope of a line is known as the rise over run or change in y over change in x. So starting from this point, we are going to determine the change in y. So this is negative 4 over change in x from this point to this point, that's 3 units. so over 3. So our slope is negative 4 over 3. How about if we are going to start from this point? So if we start from this point, our change in y is positive 4. Then from this point to this point, this is negative 3. 4 over negative 3 is still negative 4 over 3. Therefore, the slope of this line is negative 4 over 3. Now, your turn. What is the slope of the line that passes through point negative 15, 10, and point 6, 9? Number 2. What is the slope of the line whose equation is 7y equals 3 over 5x plus 9? And number 3, what is the slope of the line on the right? You can pause the video and take your time working on these 3 items. Now I will show you the answer. For number 1, our slope is negative 1 over 21. For number 2, our slope is 3 over 35. And for number 3, our slope is negative 3. Did you get all the items right? I hope you did. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Teacher Rejil. Keep safe.